Ancient artifacts can tell the story of a time gone by. Hawaiian artifacts tells the story of the people of these islands. From their weapons, tools, and adornments, artifacts helps us to understand life as it was. An excellent collection of Hawaiian artifacts and historical information can be found in the book Makamae, Hawaiian Treasures, authored by David Young.
I wanted to learn more about Hawaiian history, and the artifacts led me to that in trying to see how they used all the artifacts. It's an introduction that tells how each class of artifacts was used.
David was born on Oahu and attended the University of Denver studying hotel and restaurant management. He moved to Kona in 1970 and opened the Sandwich Shop in Kailua. He then became a commercial fisherman and eventually a building contractor. He always had a deep interest in Hawaiian studies, and in 1998, he put his knowledge and research into his book, Makamae. He touches on many different aspects of early life, from food to war to transportation.
Canoeing, they had some of the finest detailed canoes in Polynesia when Cook first came here and saw their canoes. Combat war includes their implements of war and their dress in war and their formalization in battle. The fishhooks that they made were also some of the best in Polynesia, the most refined. Food is, related to the gathering of food. Included in that would be calabashes and poi pounders and poi boards, and just how they grew their food.
And the opposite of war was a time of peace and celebration.
The makahiki was one of the biggest occasions to all get together and have a feast. They had games. They would have boxing contests, and they would roll the ulamaika for accuracy and distance, and they would have a pahe'e, which is like a wooden dart. They had holua slides, which they would slide down on wooden runners. They loved to surf.
And yes, David said there was a tax season.
The taxes were tapa, dogs, pigs, fruit, taro. Feathers were another tax.
To grow and nurture these plants and animals required healthy farmlands.
They had to use the natural things from the land and for their raw materials. They were part of the Polynesian culture that came from Tahiti and the Marquesas, so they had experience there. They just refined it to their own Hawaiian degree. Taro grown in the lo'i and also dryland taro was a big thing. Here in Kona, it was mostly dryland taro because there's no running streams, so they would grow taro up at 2,000 feet.
David doesn't claim to be the final authority on these topics. Instead, he has educated himself with the writings of others and has compiled that information in his book. As he writes, Hawaiian artifacts create a link to the past. Perhaps Na Mea Makamae, as a link to traditional Hawaii and the stories of the Hawaiian people, will inspire in readers a better understanding of Hawaiian culture and a deeper respect for it. Na Mea Makamae by David Young.